Okay, so today's session, we're really going to be focusing on a gentle approach to healing the back, the hips, and working our way from bottom up. So today, must-haves are a block and a strap. If you don't have a block or a strap at home, some things that we can utilize instead of a block could be a set of cans or a pillow or a blanket or a towel wrapped multiple times. Instead of using a strap, if you have a belt at home or a long string, that will do fine too. Today, we're going to start on our back. Everyone find a comfortable position on your back. The knees are bent, slowly push down gently into the spine to allow it to elongate on the floor. Let's begin by taking some deep breaths here, closing the eyes. Noticing our breath. Do you feel like they are quick, impulsive breaths? Do they feel medium, maybe a little bit short of a full breath? Or do you feel like you have a deep breath filling the belly, the chest slowly, and being able to maintain the same control in your exhale? We want to work towards that last long breath. Our pranayama is known as our life force. It's our energy source. And if we can utilize our breath to allow the belly, the diaphragm, the chest, even back into the kidneys to expand fully with our inhale and exhale, we're actually able to have better breath control and better lung health long term. Good, let's begin, guys. We're gonna lengthen that left leg, bring the right knee into chest. Wrap the hands around the knee, gently pull in. Today's class may feel a little untraditional compared to a flow or an effortlessly seamless yoga class, because this one's going to be very theme and therapeutic. We're going to be focusing on stretches and motions that are more specific to back and hip pain, rather than moving and flowing through an entire section. All right, point those toes high towards the sky. A bend is okay. Reach around, grab the leg from the back. Let's begin to point and flex the foot. Our goal is to do this about 20 times through. Go left and right like a windshield wiper. then big ankle circles. Again, let's aim to get 20 in this direction. How big and how exaggerated can you go with that circle? Let's work on building that range of motion. And opposite direction. Let's bend that knee back into the chest. This is our first strap moment. So when you can, grab your yoga strap, extend it long. What you're gonna do is place it around the arch of the foot. And I'm gonna have you kick up and try to pull your toes back towards the body and your heel up towards the ceiling. It's okay if there's a bend. I'd rather that happen than you hunch forward. So let's be mindful of these shoulders. Make sure they're laying open and flat all the way down on the floor. Making sure our neck is extended long. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here. Maybe you can walk your hands up the strap a little bit, not compromising our shoulders and rounding them, but allowing to deepen into the stretch. Good. When you're ready, bring that strap down. We'll take it off, set it to the side. I'm going to have you meet that left knee with the right. We'll rock side to side for a moment. Extending the arms out into a T, bringing the knees up to a 90-degree angle. Let's allow ourselves to slowly supine twist. Hover, but do not touch the floor. Same with the left side. We'll bring it up to center. Hover, but do not touch. Good. And maybe we start to coordinate our shoulders and our neck and our gaze to match the opposite flow of the twists. So as I bring my knees to the left side, my gaze goes right, counterbalancing the motion. And vice versa, when I come back up to center, my knees go right, my gaze goes left. We'll do one last set, bringing it to the right, When you're ready, bring it to the left. When we come back to center, we're going to do something unique with our knees. We're going to take the right knee over the left. I'm going to show that from a different angle to make sure you guys understand what we're doing here. We're going to take the right knee over the left. Then we're going to take the hands and gently pull that in towards the chest. This is our cow face pose. It really allows us to get into the deep-seated hip, sciatic, lower back pain that we might feel, one, from the day-to-day, or two, if there's a specific injury here. So let's allow ourselves to take a couple of deep breaths here. Again, let's make sure that the shoulders are flat, that the neck is long, that we're gently just pulling in to the center point. And when you're ready, we'll slowly untangle those legs, give them a big squeeze towards our chest. We're gonna let the right leg drop and then the left. I just wanna take a pulse check here. This is one of my favorite check-ins. How much longer does the right leg feel than the left right now? Can you notice that the lengthening in the fascia, in the muscle tissue, is a little bit longer, a little more strengthened and hydrated than the left side, who might feel a little bit more tight, feels a little bit more short? But don't worry, we're gonna do the other side now. So let's bring that left knee up into the chest for a squeeze on its own. 3 breaths here. Good, and when you're ready, we'll take the hands, wrap them around the back of the leg, lengthen into that foot as much as you can, leaving a slight bend if you need to. We'll point and flex the foot 20 times. Good, then we'll move it left and right like a windshield wiper 20 times through. big ankle circles. And then the opposite direction. When you're ready, bring that knee back into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. We'll reach back for that strap fully extended. We'll place it around the arch of the foot and kick upwards. Heel is going towards the ceiling. Toes are being pulled back actively towards the body. Maybe you start to pull into the strap a bit more for a deeper, intensive stretch. Or if you notice that this is at your max capacity, stay there and continue at that point to focus on your breath. Deep inhales and deep exhales. When you're ready, we'll bend back into that knee. Take that strap off. Right leg meets the left. We're going back into those supported windshield wiper twists. Knees go to the right, gaze goes left, and vice versa. This time through, I might challenge you. Can you sync your breath to go as slowly and as intentionally as our twists? Okay? So as we inhale, we come up to center slowly. As we exhale, release the knees to one side, allowing them to hover but not touch the floor. We're engaging the spinal column and the core by doing this. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Last set, we'll go to the left. When you're ready, we'll come back up to center. We're going to do that reverse cow face pose on the opposite side. So left leg this time crosses over the right. And from here, we'll gently pull the body towards center. You can do this from the knees, or if you prefer to grab the feet. Either motion, shins are fine. Finding what works best for you and your body here is key. And when you're ready, we'll release the legs from their twists. Allow them to extend fully for a moment. Oh. Big stretch overhead. Let's allow ourselves to stretch into the opposites. Right hand stretches, left leg stretches long. Then bring them back to center. Left arm stretches long with the right foot and back to center. Let's do this little isometric stretch a few times through. After this last one, we'll come back to center. We're going to continue working the body very gently from the floor today. So we're going to take our left and our right foot as far to the right side as possible. Then we're bringing our right arm and our left arm to the right corner of the top mat as much as possible. Make sure we bring the shoulder down onto the floor. We're in a C or a banana shape on the right side, working the side body. Let's take 3 breaths here. Good. When you're ready, come back to center on your mat and we'll banana, if you will, the opposite way. Take the left. I gotta adjust a little bit. I'm running out of space. There we go. Take that left foot, the right foot all the way to the left corner or past the left corner of your mat. Arms are gonna match up above, taking them to the left side, making sure that we're really pushing that right shoulder down so it's not lifting up off the mat. 3 breaths here. All right, when you're ready, come back to center. We'll bring the knees into the chest and we're gonna rock, or we'll place one arm down for a fetal position to push up into a comfortable seated position. We've got a helper today. Okay, we're in our seated position and everybody wants to be stretching today. Yeah, I hear you, girl. Take a seat. What we're gonna focus on is really moving the neck and the shoulders now. Inhaling tall, exhale, down heart center. Times here, inhale tall, exhale, down heart center. One more time, inhale, heart center. Good. Let's begin by working on the neck. So we'll place that left hand on the floor, right hand reaches up overhead, scoops for that left ear, reach and pull across. Good. Let's come up to center. The best way to describe this is Michael Jackson. Turn your head to an angle. We're going to then grab the back of the head like we're grabbing our hat and pull down towards the underarm. Slowly we'll come back up. Drop the right hand down. We'll do the opposite side. So we're reaching up overhead, scooping for that right ear and stretching it across. Lift up, rotate the head, grab the back of the head, pull down into the underarm. Ready, we'll release. Bring both hands down to the knees and we're going to do a seated cat-cow. I'm going to rotate sideways so you can see the motion. Inhale, arching the back, tilting the hips upwards. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the hips under. Continue this flow with your movement and your breath. Our breath can oftentimes determine how quickly or how slowly we take an action. For example, subconsciously, when we're stressed, when we're in traffic, you may notice that your breath gets faster or shorter. Whereas as you're going to sleep in a relaxed state at night, you might notice that your breath is much longer. So let's continue our movements, but let's intentionally choose to be conscious of the breath. How slow and how long can we move and adjust our breath. Let's come back to neutral when you're ready. Let's bring the hands behind us, take our legs out from underneath us into a tabletop position. Our hands are going to be spread wide with our pointer fingers facing forward, not inwards, forward. Our hands are going to be underneath our shoulders. We want to make sure that our knees are underneath our hips. And we'll begin doing some cat-cows in full motion here. Inhale, opening the heart, rotating the hips upward. Exhale into a cow, into a cat position like a Halloween spine with the black cats all arched up and scared. Open into cow. Exhale into our cat. Last one, and then we'll come to a neutral spine. We're now going to rotate our hip in an alternate motion. We're going to kind of bring it around in a cycle. So we're going to do a loop. So your hips are going to go to the left, go down, up to the right, and continue that motion, cycling through. This is actually going to allow our hips and our lower back to release a little bit more and in a different directionality than what we've been doing so far. And when you're ready, we take that the opposite direction. So now our hips go low to the right, high to the left, and circle through. Ready? Let's come back to a neutral spine. We're going to flip into the toes, push back through the palms, up into the hips for a downward facing dog. We want to make sure that our back is flat, and if that requires some bending into the knees, that's okay. Let's pedal out the feet here. When you're ready, shift over to the top of a push-up. If we need to, drop to the knees. We'll come all the way down. We're going to come up into our cobra. If you feel up to it, you can push into the tops of the feet. And you can come up into an upward dog. But if you notice that provides too much stress, you can come back down to a typical cobra. Come on. And let's hold that for 60 seconds, okay, guys? Choosing between our cobra and our upward dog, relaxing the shoulders, and allowing our breath to occur naturally here. So we're in our cobra here. I actually just want us to transition really slowly to the floor. Bring that left ear down to the floor first. We're going to bring our arms down. They're actually going to stack on top of one another. So the palms are on the floor on top of one another. And we're going to place the forehead on top of those. This is our Sphinx pose. This can also be very beneficial to our lower spine. When you're ready, I want you to bring the hands to the sides. Gently lift the head up. Good. Now we're going to transition into locust pose. We're going to bring our body all the way down. Forehead meets the floor. Arms extend all the way to our sides. As we inhale, let's lift up. This can be as little or as great as possible, even if we're just slightly off the mat or if we're up high. Choose your flexibility and ability here, slightly challenging yourself, but not pushing yourself past the points of pain. Hold for 3 more breaths. Good, drop down, bring the right ear to the floor. Let's do it again. Slowly, we'll rotate the head towards the floor. Lift the chest, the heart, and the extremities off the floor. And when you're ready, slowly lower. This time, left ear comes down. Let's do this one more time. Head rotates back towards the center. We'll lift up into our lax locust pose. This time we'll allow the hands to catch ourselves. We'll push back up into a cobra. Again, readjusting the feet if we need to, making sure they're hips distance apart. Let's take 60 seconds here to continue working the spine. If we need a slight bend or a smaller cobra, we can come here or even put the forearms on the floor. Actually, now I want you to join me in forearms, our supportive Sphinx or Cobra. We're going to do another action that I think would be really beneficial and therapeutic to the lower body here. What we're going to do is just with one foot, like we were doing earlier. Can you stretch it a little longer? Let's use the right side. Can you lengthen and shorten, lengthen and shorten? And you can do this slowly, or if you want a little bit more of a workout to work that nervous system and reduce pain, maybe we try to go as fast as possible. Just on that right side. I'm not moving any other part of my body. I'm only lengthening and shortening the right side. Good. Let's switch sides. Let's do the left now. We're going to lengthen and shorten. Good. When you're ready, come all the way down. Sit yourself back into a comfortable child's pose. You deserve a breather. Those knees are spread wide. Our hands are extended long. From here, let's walk the hands all the way to the right side of our mat, allowing a full side body stretch here. When you're ready, we'll walk the hands back towards center and over towards the left. When you're ready, walk the hands back towards center. We're going to sit ourselves up into a comfortable position. Then we'll transfer into bound angle or butterfly pose. Our knees go out to the sides. Our feet, the bottoms touch together like one. We can stay seated, engaging the core and the shoulders, the neck, the head rising upwards. Or if you feel comfortable with it, you can start to inch the hands forward for a deeper stretch. When you're ready, we'll slowly walk ourselves up. We'll bend into those knees and you'll be rolling backwards onto the floor. Knees are bent, hands are by our sides. We're going to begin doing a gentle bridge flow. As we inhale, lift up into the spine, into the hips. Exhale, slowly roll the spine down all the way to the floor. We'll continue to flow with our breath, inhaling as slowly as possible. Exhale, engaging the core, slowly lowering the spine. Next time that you come down is a great opportunity to reach for your block or pillow. We're going to place it under our hips. The next time we inhale up, we have a low, medium, or high setting. If we're working therapeutically, I recommend low or medium. We're going to place that under the hips, right around where our belt line or the top of our pants would be, allowing the arms to rest by the sides. We'll breathe and relax here in this restorative posture. Good. When you're ready, push into the feet to lift up the hips slightly. Pull the block out from underneath you. Slowly roll the spine down. We'll bring the knees into the chest, rocking them side to side. Maybe we grab up into the arches or the big toes, pushing up for a happy baby posture. Slowly we'll bring those knees back down and extend them all the way. Allowing our hands to rest by our sides, palms up, shoulders down. Let's allow ourselves to close our eyes and settle into our final resting pose. In our Shavasana, let's reconnect with our breath. Have we been mindful? Or have we tended to wander off, forgetting about our breath? Let's use this time to connect with our breath, maybe even placing the right hand to the belly, the left hand to the heart. Feeling our inhale start in the belly, expanding upwards to the diaphragm, the ribs, and even the collarbone. When we exhale, we feel the right hand lower as it releases air, and the left hand lower as the air releases from the lungs and the collarbone. Slowly, you may drop the hands by your sides. Maybe start to wiggle into the wrists and ankles. Maybe you notice some cracks and creaks. Just allow the arms to come up all the way overhead. And if we were doing an X-ray scan, starting from the fingertips, working itself down the face, down the shoulders, the rib cage, the abdomen, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the ankles, the toes. What do you notice about your body now? Maybe you notice certain energies, noticing that there may be some body parts that feel more awake than prior to the class. Maybe you notice a bit of freedom or more range of movement in some of those areas. Maybe you feel lengthened from our leg work and spine work early in our session today. When you're ready, let's bend into the knees. We'll roll onto the right side using the arm for a comfortable fetal position. We'll take 2 more breaths here, feeling the side body really connect with earth and our mat. From our wrists, down the arm, through the side body, the palm, the hips, the knees, the shins, the ankles. Today, not only did you choose yourself and work towards a better you, a healed, healthy you, but you're connecting with the mind, body, spirit. You're connecting with the earth. You genuinely chose to be here and be one with yourself today. Thank you for that. When you're ready, push up into the hands. We'll find ourselves in a seated position. Hands coming to heart center. I want you to take a moment here. 1 deep breath in through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. Good. Bowing into our heart, recognizing we're here for us, choosing our bodies, choosing our health. Bowing down. I support you as you support yourself. Our body is a place of love, is a place of healing, and we get to choose how we march to the beat of our drums. Namaste.